Those birds, they're always picking at my tomatoes. What am I gonna do? It is the middle of summer. I guess they're thirsty. Maybe if I give them some water. Actually, yeah, that's why most of the time your birds are picking at your tomatoes or other fruits, because there's a lack of water. So I already have this, so I'm just gonna stick some hot glue in this hole and have it sealed up. Use it as an improvised water feeder. All right, let's wash this up. So the Audubon Society doesn't recommend to use chlorine to wash bird feeders or water containers for birds. Instead, they recommend using some type of soap without chlorine, which is what I'm gonna use to clean out this old planter that I have right here. I'm also not gonna use this anymore for the dishes, just as a heads up. Or that soap, for that matter. Using soap to clean water feeders for birds or any type of feeder for birds reduces parasite contamination. If you're going to clean any bird bath or feeder that's already been used, I would recommend cleaning it outside instead of inside. There are parasites that could be harmful to you or your family. But this was an old planter that didn't grow anything because, well, I'm not sure why I can't grow anything in this planter. So this is my hot glue gun. It's a pretty inexpensive hot glue gun that I got from Walmart for about $5 or less. Pretty cheap. Always comes in handy when coming up with arts and crafts projects. For me to use this container as an improvised bird bath, I have to cover up the hole. To cover up the hole, you could go to Walmart, you can go to any store and get a little rubber stopper if you want. But I have all the materials at home to cover this pretty quickly. So I have this piece of plastic right here. Or you can do it without the plastic, but let's try to do it with the plastic first. Just circle the area around with the hot glue. There isn't much that you can't do with hot glue. And then cover it. Make sure you cover the circle, the hole. It's covered. And then circle around the cover with the hot glue. You're just gonna circle it around with the hot glue just to give it an extra better seal. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is for the birds. As the saying goes, this is for the birds. If you want, you could also cover the inside with hot glue. So hot glue, according to poison control, is known to be non-toxic. I'm also not worried for the hot glue to melt in this Texas heat. It gets about 120 degrees and then it's going to be underwater, which means that the water will keep it relatively cooler. By the time it take for this to melt, it would have to be over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll be finishing this up and then we'll fill it up outside. Don't forget to disconnect your hot glue. Unattended hot items could burn down the house. On this side I have more light, while on this side I have less light due to the shade that I'm getting from the sun falling west. As it comes east to west, the sun will fall and there will be shade given because of the fence. So I'll be choosing somewhere near the fence to place this. I'll be placing the water on the west side of the garden, where it gets more shade and there's less things around it, near my compost. Another thing you might want to consider is the height of your bird bath. Smaller birds prefer being perched on top of something higher to avoid predation. Since I don't have much, I'll be using this plastic container that I got from a nursery to place my bird bath on top. I have it filled now. Lucky for me, it's not leaking from the center area. Don't be afraid of setting up your bird bath from any kinds of items you have at home. Some people use trash can lids. As long as it holds water and it doesn't leak much, you're good to go. As you saw, I'm using an old planter, which I couldn't grow much in, so I decided to use it as a bird bath. A few things to keep in mind is the size of your bird bath and daily water changes. The size of your bird bath will decrease territorial issues between birds, keeping your veggies bird free. Daily water changes will reduce parasite contamination between birds. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Have a good day and enjoy gardening.